Hello everyone, I'm Brian Hetrick, and today I'd like to show you how to make raw vegan nacho cheese tomato sliders. So we'll be using the Vitamix today, and we're going to start with 2 cups of raw cashews. So 2 cups of raw cashews, and then we're going to add a half a cup of nutritional yeast. And we're going to add a half a cup of water, and we may add more water to get the right consistency that we want once we start blending. Next is 2 tablespoons of fresh pressed lemon juice. So 1 whole lemon will yield about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're going to add about a half of a red bell pepper. Red bell pepper is an excellent source of vitamin C, among other things. I'm going to pre-chop it a little bit to make sure it gets blended well. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of Bragg's liquid aminos. Bragg's liquid aminos is a low sodium soy sauce substitute. Gluten-free. 1 tablespoon of raw agave. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And a half a teaspoon of chili powder. And then 2 teaspoons of sriracha sauce. This is optional. So you could use chili powder or about a quarter of a jalapeno if you wanted to. So in the blender, we have 2 cups of raw cashews, about a half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a half of a red bell pepper, 1 tablespoon of Bragg's liquid aminos, 1 tablespoon of raw agave. You could use maple syrup as an alternative. 1/2 a cup of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of chili powder, and 2 teaspoons of sriracha sauce. And now we're going to blend. So we're going to make some noise. So we blend it well until it's smooth. That'll take about a minute in the Vitamix blender. So when you're making nut butters like this, then you're going to need a high power blender like the Vitamix or like the Blendtec. And now for plating, we're going to cut some fresh tomato slices. And tomatoes are an excellent source of lycopene, among other things, which is very good for the cardiovascular system. And now what we're going to do is we're going to simply spoon out some of the nacho cheese on top of the tomatoes. So we have a nice thick consistency for our nacho cheese. So about a half a cup of water is just about the right amount for this recipe. And this recipe will yield about 2.5 cups of raw vegan nacho cheese. And then for our garnish, we're going to add a little bit of minced cilantro. And then we're going to add some finely chopped spring onion as another garnish. And then to top everything off, we're going to add some fresh alfalfa sprouts. And there we have it. We have some beautiful raw vegan nacho cheese tomato sliders. Now you will find this recipe and other great raw vegan recipes at my website, spirulinaguru.com, spirulinaguru.com, and you can follow me also on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.